Good morning, everyone. Well, at least it's morning for me. I don't know when you'll be watching this, but back in the shop again today. I'm looking forward to making some more progress. I'm going to work on some of the fun things, doing the body work, which makes it look like something, not, the other stuff that you'll never usually see. But I'm going to get the back panel that I've already cut out. I'm going to get it all drilled, or marked anyways, and get it clamped in place, drilled out, and tapped on, because then I want to work on a cantilever section here. So the roof will continue on, the top roof line will stay flat, and I'm going to taper up the bottom, do some fun metal work around there. I think it's going to add some interesting detail. I want to mimic the taper I have on the back here up there, just kind of bring the two pieces together. So I'm going to get a little fancy. We're going to do some fun things here. So yeah, we'll get to it, and I hope you enjoy. Just like the other body panels, I'm putting my self-sealing stainless machine screws in 3/8 of an inch reveal from the edge and 3 inches center to center all the way around the whole cab, and that's I think going to work out really, really well. First things first, though, I have a few too many marks along my edge here. I don't want to screw up my measurements, so I'm going to take a little acetone and take that off. I'm really happy with this cowling here for the rad. It's turning out really good. All right, so what we need to do now is I need to go along and we'll drill out every screw location with the tap bit size. The tap we're using for these machine screws is an M4 by 0.7. And then once they're all drilled out with it clamped in the same place, that way we know that the holes through the actual body panel and the holes in the cab will be completely aligned, because if we did a few and it came off, you're just never going to get that realigned well. I mean, you can, but it'd be very difficult. So go around, drill everything out with the tap hole size. We'll remove the panel. I'll drill it out to a larger size to allow for the machine screw to pass through. And then I'll go around with the panel off and tap every single hole. It works pretty well. This is 1/8 wall tubing. It does handle this M4 by 0.07 tap quite well. Given the size of the machine screw and the thickness of this material, I'm pretty confident in its ability to hold. It is aluminum. You could pull threads quite easily, but the number of screws I will have on this, plus when I put the body panels on for the final time, I have a urethane seam sealer that I'm going to put in there as well. So it's also an adhesive. So I think it will work out very, very good. Okay, let's drill all these holes out. All right, we got all those drilled out. Now I'm gonna go tap the back of the cab, and I'll meet up with you when we're done. All right, I got the window all traced out. Let's get the window cut out, and then we're gonna put the body panel on the Snowcat. Oh, there we go. I got that back body panel on the Snowcat. I got it secured with some of the machine screws. I put that cowling back on just to let you see what it's all looking like. I am really happy. This is definitely a vision coming to life here. It looks really cool. It's going to look even better once the doors are on and the front windshield's in and the roof and everything. Now I'm going to work on a cantilevered section that's going to come off the back. I think it's going to add some kind of cool flair to the vehicle. As I said earlier, I'm going to match kind of the back, I don't know what you call it, the back taper on the back end there. Up top, I got some kind of cool things. Maybe some of you have seen before. It's gonna look pretty neat. I think it'll be one of those things that just sort of makes the machine pop. So let's see how it goes. I gotta get some pieces cut out, and when I'm ready, I'll bring you back in and I'll show you what I'm gonna do. All right, well, I'm gonna need to do some shorter stub length bending. So I do have a couple of different dies I made for this press brake years ago. Take that one off. And this is a narrower piece of angle. So it requires more force on bending than a larger die, but I can do shorter stub length bends. So swipe that down. All right, well, I got some of the first pieces I needed marked up and cut out. So I'm going to put some bends in them, and then I think you'll see what I'm going to go for here. And I put a backstop on so I don't have to square up every piece. It's going to bend a perfect 1 1/4 flange for me. There we go. There's one of the first sides. That die has a bend in it. All right, we got the second one here. Let's get it bent up. Okay, I got a few more pieces cut out, and let's get that same flange bent in them. Works pretty good. Now, I am hoping to be done doing this by hand because if you've been watching any of the videos, I have a 4-foot mechanical brake press back there. And I just got the VFD, variable frequency drive. You can see up a box on the top. So hopefully, once I get that thing running and make a couple dies for it, it'll just be a simple push of the pedal at the bottom and comes down and bends the material. All right, well, I'm just working on getting pieces cut out. I'm just doing it off camera. It's a bit fiddly. I don't think you care that much about seeing it, all the parts get cut together here, but this is what I'm going for. I'm going to work on getting this stuff probably bent a little bit better, but tack it all together. And I'm going to just kind of mock it up with this bend and wrap this around. Alrighty. I have starting to mock it up upside down just to get some measurements. And then I'm going to get it over on the table. I'll start tacking up all the corners, make sure it's all square. And then I'll get some flanges on the back side and see what it looks like, I guess. Oh, 30 inches, bang on. All right, I got that piece cut up, bent, cut again. And looks like it'll fit really, 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 really nice. All right, now for the fun part. We're gonna do some dimple dies on this. All right, I got the lathe running right now. I'm making a custom dimple die for this because if you actually buy a dimple die set, they're very expensive. So it's pretty easy to make my own. I have some old chunks of round stock that I'm doing it out of. So I'm just gonna machine this up and then I'll see you over at the press. I have it bored out, faced off. Everything's pretty much there. I just need to cut that chamfer on it to allow the dimple die to do its job. So I'm going to use my compound here and just go in, cut it. I'm going to cut it to about a, what do I want? I want about 5/16 of an inch, then plus a little more for some clearance. So I guess I'm shooting for about 3/8. Just clean these edges up. Okay. Pretty good. There, we got a center put in it, and that way I can bring it out a little bit more. I'm going to face off the other side first, and then set it up with a live center and get machining. All right, we're going to get some of these holes cut and test out the dimple die in this piece. All right, let's. We're going to use this dimple die. We're going to put this in the press between the material, and we're going to push down, and let's see what happens. Back over to the trusty press. I love tools that can do multiple things. There you go, dimpled. You should smooth that out a little bit though. All right, I just hit the chamfer on the male die with a little bit of emery. It was leaving some surface scratches in the other dimple, but I'm gonna see how this one goes. Boom. I really love how that looks.
All right, well, I'm finally back at this. I have been under the weather for nearly a week here with a pretty bad cold. Still not 100%, but I'm feeling like I have a little bit of energy to keep going. So I got all the holes cut last time I was in the shop, and got some of the dimple dye done. I am going to work on videoing the dimple dyeing of this last piece, and then we're going to assemble it all together, and I want to get it up on the machine and see what it's looking like on the back there. And yeah, I think it's going to go really well. So let's get going. Okay, I'm gonna try and just get all these parts tacked together. They're not fit perfectly, but it won't matter too much. Get them tacked and then fit them up and kind of keep going back and forth. It's all somewhat welded together. It's looking really good. It seems to be matching quite nicely to square. I got the angles matched all the way around, and that seems pretty good. So keep in mind, this is upside down right now. I'm going to see what it looks like. We're going to flip it and put it up on the roof because this is going to be that cantilever support. So there it is. It doesn't look like much in here, but we're going to roll it out and you can see what I'm going for. So I have holes drilled in it on the flanges, so I'm just going to mark those through drill the body panel and into the square tube frame, and then I'm going to drill out the body panel with a unibit to fit around the head of a riv nut. And then I'm going to put 4 nut inserts into the frame with a 5/16 stainless bolts. So it's going to be really solid, bolted on there nice and tight. So we'll get these marked. if anyone's familiar, but this is a riv nut. It kind of compresses in like a rivet, but it's got a threaded insert. It's pretty cheap. You find these kits on Amazon. They work really good, especially in materials that don't hold threads the greatest. So we're gonna change this up for the 5/16 dies. All right, I've got the holes overly large drilled through the body panel. I've got the holes drilled to size in the frame. So I'm just gonna load one of the riv nut inserts here. And then set it in place. Load up the next one. Perfect. All right, I've been promising a little bit of a walk around. Here we are. Got a fair bit of the body work on. We got that nice roof overhang. Where am I? Right there. The rad's in, the back cowling. A lot of work to go, but it is looking cool. We'll have doors in there. Look at that. I love it. Thanks for watching. We're going to have some more parts out soon, hopefully, if I get some time. I'd like to continue. Sorry, get out of the glare here. I'd like to continue working on the cab here. I want to get it closed in, get the roof on, get the front down, windshield cut out, get some doors made. And then after that, I guess I need to switch gears and go back to mechanical and powertrain. Get that engine permanently in and pumps mounted and finish welding in all of the hull to close it in like a boat, because this thing's going to float. So a lot to go. It's an ambitious project, but I'm having a ton of fun.